Dear students, welcome to the today's online session. So our topic is that rate of change. Today's topic is what now? Rate of change. In this topic, we are going to learn how the derivatives are used here to find out the rate of change in the given function. Here we have a function y is equals to f of x is a continuous function. If suppose we derivate the function y is equals to f of x, what we would get derivating this with respect to x on both sides, what we would get dy by dx is equals to what I would get f dash of x. Then this derivative of y dy by dx denotes the rate of change in y of this variable x. Okay, then dy by dx denotes the rate of change in y of the variable x, and here we will give the units for this rate of change as unit of y per unit of x. Now the units of rate of change in y is equals to the units of y per units of x. Now we are going to learn about what the average rate of change in the given function. So here our function is what now? Y is equals to f of x. So the curve is like this. This is our curve, y is equals to f of x, isn't it? Now on that the curve we have 2 points. What is that? P, and here p dash point is there. Means what it is? I am supposing that this point is moving on this curve to p dash. The point P is moving on this curve to p dash. Whenever the point P coordinates are x1 comma f of x1, and we have the change in this variable x1, so means it is moving on this curve to p dash. So x1 is changes to x2. For the corresponding x2 value, the y coordinate is also changes for p dash is that f of x2. So this is none other than what p of x1 comma f of x1 means it is what now? y1 according to our function. So the p dash point is what now? P dash of what is it? x2 comma y2. So here we need to find out that the average rate of change of this particular p point to p dash point. So we have to find it. Okay, then the average rate of change is denoted as delta y by delta x is equals to f of x2 minus f of x1 by x2 minus x1 is indicated as the average rate of change of the point P to P dash. So it is what as per our discussion, f of x2 is what now, y2 minus f of x1 is what now, y1 by it is what now, x2 minus x1. Now you have to observe this formula according to these 2 points P and P dash. y2 minus 1 y1 by x2 minus x1 is none other than the slope of the line joining PP dash bar. The L is equals to 0. Here we had mentioned it as bold dotted line equation. It is what now, L is equal 0. So this line equation slope means it is what, m, okay, slope. So that is none other than what, the average rate of change in the given function from P point to P dash point is what now, y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. It is none other than the slope m of the line joining PP dash bar. The rate of change is used in some physical science concepts also. Let us take some physical science concept as this, like, means what it is. We know the displacement is indicated with capital S and the velocity is what now, v, and the acceleration is what now, small a. Okay, and that the first concept we are going to learn, it is what now, the average rate of change in S. Now let us have the function S is equals to f of t, function of, it is what now, displacement. Let us have the function of displacement is defined as S is equals to f of t, where S is the displacement and here t is time and here t is what now, time. Now this is our function of displacement. So this is our function S is equals to f of t. So now a particle P is getting displacement to P dash in a, here the time is t1 seconds. Suppose the time is what now, t1 seconds. At the t2 time, t2 seconds, at this point P dash, means the point P is travelled. Whenever the point P here, the time is t1 seconds, and whenever the point P travelled from P to P dash, now the time is what now, t2 seconds. So the variable changes as t1 to t2 now. So means I am going to find out the average rate of change in S as delta S by delta t is equals to f of t2 minus f of t1 by t2 minus t1 is the average rate of change in S. Now we are going to discuss about what now, instantaneous velocity now. Okay, let us we have the function that let us we have the function s is equals to the displacement s is equals to in terms of t time s is equals to f of t, where s is the displacement in t time. Okay, now we are going to find what is instantaneous velocity. The rate of change in s at t is equals to some t naught is that the instantaneous velocity is that the instantaneous velocity. That implies the instantaneous velocity at t is equals to t naught is that limit delta t tends to 0 f of t naught plus delta t minus f of t by delta t. It is none other than what is it? It is the differentiation of the function at t naught. Means what it is? It is what none other than what it is what now? F dash of s at t is equals to t naught. That implies it is none other than what is it actually? It is what now? Velocity we are finding. So v is what now? ds by dt. Differentiation means it is what? ds by with respect to t at t is equals to t naught is the velocity. This is the equation number number 1 we are considering it as. So whenever we are going to find the velocity, we have to derivate the displacement. What we have to derivate? We have to derivate the displacement. So ds by dt is what now? Velocity v. Now one note, similarly we are applying the same concept to the velocity and acceleration. Whenever the function is in terms of v is equals to f of t, now velocity is given in terms of t. So now therefore the acceleration a is none other than the derivative of the velocity. Means what it is? dv by dt at the particular time t is equals to t naught. Okay, the particular time t is equals to what now? T naught. So means this is the equation number 2. Are you follow? So from 192 what we got? Acceleration a is equals to d by dt. In place of v I can substitute what now? ds by dt. So therefore acceleration a is equals to how many times in derivation in the numerator? 2 times derivation. Means it is what? d square s by dt square. Whenever we are going to derivate the displacement 2 times, we would get what? Acceleration. The first derivative of the displacement is what now? Velocity. and the second derivative of the displacement is what now? Acceleration at any particular time t is equals to t naught. So we learnt how we are going to find the velocity and how we are going to find the acceleration. Now we are into the problems now. Simple problems. The first problem is find the average rate of change of s is equals to, in terms of f of t here given, what is that? 2t square plus 3 between t is equals to 2 and t is equals to 4 here given. Okay. Now in the solution, what is our function? The given function is s is equals to 2t square plus 3 here given. It is in terms of t now. And the given time particulars here given what now? T1 is equals to 2 and T2 is equals to 4. As he had not mentioned any units for S and T also, I am not going to mention here also. So now he is asking to find out what now? The average rate of change in S. Now, the average rate of change in the displacement S is equal to, what is our formula? F of T2 minus F of T1 by T2 minus T1. Okay. So now F of T2 means T2 is what now? 4. Means what it is? F of 4 minus f of t1. T1 is what now? 2 by 4 minus 2. Means what? F of 4. Means we to substitute the t value in the given function. F of 4 means what it is? In place of t we have to substitute 4. So means it is what? 2 into, in place of t I am going to write what now? 4 whole square plus 3. It is what now? F of 4 minus f of 2 now. Means what it is? 2 into 2 square plus 3 by 4 minus 2 is what now? 2. So means next what I got? 4 square means it is what now? 16. 16 into 2, that is what now? 32 plus 3 minus 2 square means it is what? 4. 4 2s are 8 plus 3 by what now? 2. That is equals to 35 minus it is what now? 11 by 2. That is equals to 35 minus 11 means it is what now? How much? 24 by 2. Therefore, the average rate of change in the displacement we got 12. Average rate of change in the displacement what we got? 12. Now, the second problem, very important problem on this concept. A particle is moving in a straight line so that after t seconds its displacement he had given s centimeters. So here in this problem he mentioned the units. The time units is what now? Seconds, and the displacements units is what now? Centimeters. From the fixed point of the line is given by, so the displacement function in terms of t seconds here given that 8t plus t cube. Now we have to find these three particulars. First particular is what now? The velocity we have to find at t is equals to 2 seconds. The second one is what now? The initial velocity we to find. Now the third one, the acceleration we to find at t is equals to 2 seconds. Now in the solution, what is our function here given? S is equals to 8t plus t cube, that is in terms of f of t. Now the first one we have to solve. What is that? The velocity at a t is equals to 2 seconds. We have to find that particular time. I am mentioning it as what? A t naught. Okay. Now, when we would get the velocity, the differentiation, the derivative of the displacement is none other than what now? The velocity. Now, derivating s on both sides with respect to time t, with respect to time t, means what I would get here, ds by dt is equals to 8 into t derivative is what now, t, plus t cube derivative is what now, 3t square. Okay, so now the displacement derivative is none other than what now, the velocity, but we have to find this velocity at this particular time, 2 seconds. So now ds by dt at t is equals to 2 seconds, means I need to substitute in place of t 2 seconds. So means 8 into 1 8 plus 3 into t square, in place of t I am going to substitute 2 square, that value is what now, 8 plus 3 into 4, means it is what, 8 plus 12, that is equals to how much, 20. So it is none other than the velocity v at t is equals to 2 seconds is what now, 20. Now we have to write the units. What are the units here for the velocity? What we mentioned in the note, whenever we are finding the rate of change of something, we have to make its units. So the velocity units is what now, the s units, means what it is, centimeters here given per. Now the t units, it is what now, seconds. Now the rate of change in the displacement is what now, the velocity we got is equals to 20 centimeter per second. Now the second one, the initial velocity we have to find. For that we have the rate of change in the displacement, we got that 8 plus 3t square. So at the initial velocity, at the initial velocity, the time t must be 0. That implies we are going to take t is equals to 0 seconds now. Okay, so we would get the initial velocity at the time t is equals to 0 seconds. So that implies the rate of change in the velocity, displacement, the rate of change in the rate of change in the displacement ds by dt is none other than the velocity at a t is equals to 0 seconds I am finding. So 8 plus 3 into, in place of t I am substituting 0 square, 0 and its square. So means it is what, 8 plus 0. So it is none other than the which velocity, initial velocity v at t is equals to 0. Okay, what we got, therefore the initial velocity v is equals to, v at t is equals to 0 seconds is what we got, 8 and the units are centimeter per seconds. Okay, this is the initial velocity of the given particle. Now the third one, the acceleration at t is equals to 2 seconds. So how we would get the acceleration? The second derivative of the displacement is what now, the acceleration. So this is what now the first derivative of the displacement. So for this function we need to derivate it once again. Otherwise the rate of change in the v is also what now the acceleration. So let us be consider, we have ds by dt is equals to 8 plus 3t square. It is none other than the rate of change in the displacement is what now velocity v 8 plus 3t square. So that implies velocity v is equals to what we got 8 plus 3t square. Now I am derivating this function with respect to t on both sides. So I would get what a dv by dt. It is none other than what now d square s by dt square. The second derivative of the displacements means what it is the first derivative of the velocity. Both are the same ones. We would get what a acceleration means what it is. I am derivating this one. A derivative is what now 0 plus 3 is the constant time. T square derivative is what now 2t. So the rate of change in the velocity is what now acceleration small a is equals to how much we got 6t we got, but he is asking to find out the acceleration at t is equals to 2 seconds, means a at t is equals to 2 seconds means what it is, we need to substitute in place of t 2, 6 into 2, that is equals to how much 12. Now its units is what now centimeter square per second. So this one's units is displacements units is what centimeters. Second time derivative means it's a square, centimeter square, and the time derivative is what now time units is what now seconds. So acceleration units are what now for this problem is what now centimeter square per second. So what we got the acceleration at the time t is equals to 2 seconds, 12 centimeter square per seconds. Now the third problem, a particle is moving along a line according to s. The displacement here given 4t cube minus 3t square plus 5t minus 1, where s is measured in meters. The units of the displacement here given it as what a meters, and t is measured in seconds, and the time is given in the seconds manner. Now we have to find the velocity and acceleration at a time t. At what time the acceleration is 0, and he is asking two questions here. We have to find the velocity and the acceleration first, and we have to find when at what time the acceleration is 0. In the solution, the given function is what now s is equals to 4t cube minus 3t square plus 5t minus 1. Okay. Now I am derivating the displacement with respect to t on both sides, means what it is ds by dt I am finding. So what I could get 4 into t cube derivative is what now 3t square minus 3 is the constant time, t square derivative is what now 2t plus 5 into t derivative is what now 1 minus constant derivative is what now 0. So ds by dt is what now velocity. V is equals to what I could get here 12 t square minus 6t plus 5 I got, and now derivating this function also, derivating velocity with respect to t on both sides, means I could get a dv by dt. It is also mentioned as what now d square s by dt square. The second derivative of the displacement and the first derivative of the velocity is what now acceleration. So it is what now 12 into 2t minus 6 into t derivative is what now? 1, and the phi derivative is what now? 0. It is none other than what now? Acceleration. Small a is equals to what I got? 24t minus 6. If acceleration a is equals to 0, according to the problem we would get the time. So means it is what? 24t minus 6 is equals to 0. Means what it is? 24t is equals to 6. So t is equals to 6 by 24. Means what? T is equals to what I could get? 1 by 4 seconds. Means what? At the time t is equals to 1 by 4 seconds, the acceleration must be 0 for the given function. Therefore, the acceleration is 0 at t is equals to 1 by 4 seconds. The particle's acceleration must be 0 at the time t is equals to 1 by 4 seconds. Now, the problem number 4. The distance time formula for the motion of a particle along a straight line, he had given that s is equals to t cube minus 9t square plus 24t minus 18. Then find when and where the velocity is 0. In the solution, the given function he had given s is equals to t cube minus 9t square plus 24t minus 18. So that in the problem he discussed about the velocity. We need to find the velocity of the particle. We have to find. For that, what we have to do? Derivate the displacement with respect to t on both sides. Means I could get a ds by dt is equals to 3t square. T cube derivative is what now? 3t square minus 9 into t square derivative is what now? 2t plus 24 into t derivative is what now? 1. Constant derivative is what now? 0. So it is none other than the velocity. V is equals to what now? 3t square minus 18t plus 24 we got. But here discussed about the when this velocity is 0 and where this velocity must be 0. So if we equate the velocity will be 0, we could get the time particulars. Okay, let v is equals to 0. That implies what is v here? 3t square minus 18t plus 24 is equals to what now? 0. So 3 is the common in these terms. So t square 6t plus 8 is equals to 0. So what I got now? t square minus 6t plus 8 is equals to 0. It is the quadratic equation. We have to find its factors now. It implies t square minus 2t minus 4t plus 8 is equals to 0. Minus 6t can be written like this: minus 2t minus 4t. T is the common term here. T minus 2 minus 4 is the common term. T minus 2 again it is equals to 0. So t minus 2 is the common term. So t minus 4 is equals to 0. So we got t minus 2 is equals to 0 and t minus 4 is equals to 0. So t is equals to 2 seconds we got, and or t is equals to 4 seconds. Let us we check which one is correct. Up to now what we got? At the time t is equals to 2 seconds, the velocity is getting 0. Now we are going to find where the velocity we are going to where the velocity we are finding 0. For that we have to find its displacement function at the time t is equals to 2 seconds. So means s at t is equals to 2 seconds means it is what, in place of t I am going to substitute this 2 seconds, means what it is 2 cube minus 9 into 2 square plus 24 into 2 minus 18, that is equals to 2 cube is what now 8 minus 2 square is 4, 4 9s are 36 plus 24 into 2 it is what now 48 minus 18. So the positive term is what now 48 plus 8 it is what now 56, and the negative term is what now 54. So we got 2. Although he had not mentioned any units for the displacement, let us suppose I am taking the time units are 2 seconds. Okay, no problem. So this means the velocity is 0 then the particle moves s is equals to 2 units on the straight line. Whenever the particle moves 2 units on the straight line, the velocity must be what now 0. Whenever now we will check it for the second condition, and the second case is what now t is equals to 4 seconds. Our displacement is this one. So the displacement at t is equals to 4 means what it is 4 cube minus 9 into 4 square plus 24 into 4 minus 18, that is 64 minus 144 plus 96 minus 18, that is equals to, the positive values are 160 minus the negative values are 162. So we got it is what now minus 2. So the displacement at t is equals to 4 we got negative 2. It is what now not possible. Why? Because the displacement can't be what now negative. The displacement is always what now positive. So we are not considering this case. Therefore only at t is equals to 2 seconds I am supposing, and s is equals to 2 units, the velocity becomes 0. So in this lecture we have seen what a average rate of velocity, instantaneous velocity, and what is average rate we have to find, and at instant how we are going to find we are learned, and from tomorrow in the rate of change topic we will do some mensurations problems. So you need to grab the formulas of different types of structures. Means what? Cone, cylinder, sphere and a rectangle, square. You have to read all the formulae of the above mentioned structures. So I'll hope that you will well learn about the formulae.